A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're watching us. My name is Emmanuel Yegon for Trailblazers Volleyball Club, and this is Trailblazers versus AP Kenya live from the NYAYO Stadium Indoor Arena, or the Indoor Gymnasium if you want. The referees are Judy Musinya and Arthur Kimani. Judy Musinya and Arthur Kimani. And remember, this is day one of the BITOK International Volleyball Tournament. And we're bringing you this live courtesy of course, Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports. We can see the two teams greeting there just before the match starts. And of course, we just would like to remind you to hit that subscribe button. Let us know where you're watching this from. Let us know your predictions for this match just as it is about to begin. Let us know how you think this will pan out. And also remember to follow us on Twitter at Trailblazers Volleyball Club, across all social media platforms as well. That is the name. And really, we are doing our best to change how this sport is played and viewed here in Kenya and across the world by bringing you all these live action from wherever they are played. Really, today we are here at the NYAYO Stadium. Tomorrow we might be at the Kasarani Indoor Arena, where there are also other matches that are being played there. Today it's the ladies who are playing on that end, but tomorrow we'll be there as well to bring you some of the action from the Kasarani Indoor Arena. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, my name is Emmanuel Yegon for Trailblazers Volleyball Club. Remember, this is the second match for the Trailblazers Volleyball Club. The first match they played in the morning against Prisons Nairobi, and they won that match 3-0. And the sets the scores per set were 25-23, 25-19, and 25-22. So as it stands, TVC already have won one match in their pool. That is Pool C. And if they win this match, then they'll definitely be number one in this particular pool, and it will be AP Kenya will have to play Prisons Nairobi tomorrow to determine who qualifies for the next round of this particular tournament. And we are going to, at the end of the day tomorrow, know who is proceeding to the quarterfinals. We'll also bring you all that action live here on the Trailblazers Volleyball Club YouTube channel. Like I said, you can find us on Twitter. Our specific handle is Trailblazers VC, at Trailblazers VC. You can follow us on Twitter. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel while you watch, and also share the link to your colleagues and friends so that they are able to also enjoy the action from this particular indoor gymnasium at NYAYO Stadium. Also, you can find us on Facebook at Trailblazers Volleyball Club. Like that page, follow us for a lot more of the action here, and also just get to know a little bit about our journey, our story as Trailblazers Volleyball Club, as we seek to change how this sport is viewed here in Kenya and also abroad. Okay, we'll keep reading those comments and engaging you throughout this broadcast, so you're welcome and enjoy. And these match serves with the service there is Regan Oselo. And wow, that is such a hit from the AP Kenya. Such a quick way to get the first point there. Of course, it's nicely picked up. You can see the replay there, and Wekesa just thinks about that middle attacker, and he converts that really, really beautifully. Wekesa goes to serve. James Mutero picks it. Regan goes to set, and of course, that is beautifully. Did they convert? Oh, that went out of play. Oh well, yeah, that again goes out of play from the Trailblazers side. That is Adams for TVC. Wekesa again with that service. James Mutero picks it. Regan Oselo. Pat could not connect that. Regan goes for it, and of course Adams this time round plays it by the hands of that blocker, and it's a touch-up. Adams goes to serve. Kasa picks it, and it's a net touch by the captain there, Kenya Administration Police Kenya. 2 points each for the teams, and it's still Adams there with the service. Is it still in play? Yes, it is. Regan picks it. Again, James Mutero goes for set. Mbappe tries to place it there. And there was an error there, and the referee decides that that is a point that, you know, goes to Trailblazers Volleyball Club. Still Adams with the service. Kasa comes back to pick it. Easily placed there. James Mutero with the set. Obadia plays it, but couldn't play that ball across the net, giving that point away to the AP side. AP there. There seems to be a conversation between the two referees. Like I said, you're joining us now. This is Trailblazers Volleyball Club versus Administration Police Service Kenya. Seems to be an issue with the scoring there. We'll get to know how things are. Yeah, it's 3-all, and the referee plays it on. Adams picks it up easily, but Obadia Kipto plays it, thinking, trying to evade those blocks there. That ball ends up going out of play. Another service from AP Kenya. Adams picks it up nicely, and Derek Apat there makes use of that blocking defense there. Of course, that power behind the ball sends it out to the fans. Still, yeah, a player from the AP Kenya side crosses the line, interfering with the play on this other side, and that point goes to Trailblazers. Derek Apat with the service. That ball could not. I thought that ball did not cross the net, but the referees think otherwise, and so that point goes to AP Kenya. Because to that blocking defense we had Obadia, and then Eugene Okello plays it really wisely. BABAKEYO saying may the best team win. All the best as the first referee. Okay, that is to Musinya. Weriket, you're saying AP all the way. AP all the way. BABAKEYO, you're watching from Baringo, of course. Asante sana for joining. Timothy Cambo, you're saying AP going strong. You're watching from Kitui. Thank you so much for joining us. BABAKEYO again, you're saying line judge Paul Seka all the way from Siaya County. You seem to know all these guys, BABAKEYO. Alex, you're saying Coach Alex Mugoda, KCCA, watching from Uganda. Regan Oselu plays that really well, and Eugene Okello makes the best out of that to convert it to a beautiful point for the TVC side. Fiona, you're saying all the way, all the best Team Blazers. You're watching from Mombasa County. Asante sana kwa kuungana nasi. Robert Mkomba, you're saying Team Blazers all the way. Mbappe with a jump serve. Mekesa. Could they defend it? No, they couldn't. It's Adams there. And Eugene Okello is having a conversation with the coach Adams. Happy with the service. James Mutero picks it up. Regan decides where to play, plays it to Adams, and Adams plays that ball out of court. I think with all the power that is behind that ball, it should really have either been blocked out or at least been a touch out. AP Kenya with another service error. You can see the captain James Mutero having a conversation with Adams on what he should have done in that particular instance. It's 8 points for each side here. And this is the first set. Remember, we are coming to you live from the NYAYO Stadium indoor gymnasium. Derek Apat there taking advantage of that over-received ball from the AP Kenya side. And this live is coming to you courtesy of Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports, our kitting partner. Again, that ball goes out of play. Trailblazers are now leading with 2 points. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll continue to bring you all these beautiful matches of this sport that we all love. Spencer Kirwa, what a nice game. Derek Apat, my boy, you are saying you wish him a win. Adams picks it. He's given that ball, and of course, like I said, with a lot of power, the power that he has in his hand and the power that he puts behind that ball, you've seen that that has played in his favor because it's, you know, a block out. That's another point for TVC, taking them 3 points clear of the AP side. Again, he is blocked. Derek Apat, Regan and Adams there for TVC in the block line defense. And as it were, AP Kenya with that first timeout for this particular first set. And they are 4 points behind TVC. Remember, if you are just joining us now, Hope Zawadi, thank you so much. You're saying you are watching from Qatar. Thank you so much for joining us. And like we said, remember to hit the subscribe button so that we are able to get more of this action. Wigades, you're saying all the best TVC. Kipto Obadia is yet to click. Where is Neke? David Neke is just by the sidelines there, and you will see him at any time of this match. Let's have a look. Babake, you're saying Coach Nguma Kalama. What happens? Yeah, Mbappe could not pick that up. Wigadez, I think, like we said, we will have David Neke coming in. The coach has that in order. AP Kenya have reduced the gap to 3 points. Nicely received by another. Is it Adams again? Yes. Is it picked? Nobody is there to actually play that pipe. Regan Oselu decides what to do with it. It is still in play. It is quite a beautiful rally, and there is an issue there. The ball, goes out of play. Just goes outside of that antenna. But that was a really beautiful rally there, with each side trying to make the best out of every chance that they got. Robert Mkomba is saying, I think Kipto needs to change tactics to convert the attacks to points. Another service error by Regan Oselu there. Blazers are leading by 3 points now. It's 13-10 by AP Kenya. We're yet to see how these turns out. APK. Keep those comments coming. Apart is that really well. Will they defend? They can't defend. They did not defend. They did not even make an attempt at defending that. And we had Obadiah only left. Derek did not make any move or any attempt at blocking that ball. Just 2 points clear now. That is a monster block by the AP side, and Adams could not penetrate, could not go through that block that AP Kenya mounted. It's just 1 point between the two teams. AP 12, TVC 13, from a 4-point lead to just a single point. Let's see if they are able to convert this and go back to their lead. Adams there this time round, refocusing that energy and just making use of the gaps in between that blocking defense to get that point. They go back to their 2-point lead, TVC. Adams with the service. And again, there is an issue with the defense there for TVC. You can see Coach Omosh having a conversation with especially his middle blockers to sort of do a better job there in the middle defense. It's back to just 1 point between the two teams, and AP serving. Adams picks it really nicely. Obadiah kills it, and we have a net touch by the AP side. I hope that is not an injury in the AP Kenya camp. Obadiah Kipto, for those of you who are asking where he is, he seems to have had you, even though he is well across from where we are. But that is a beautiful conversion there, and we have Derek apart going to serve, and Coach Omosh having a conversation with him with regards, I think, to where he's doing the service and even how they had done the blocking defense. There's a little conversation there with the second referee and the players of AP Kenya because of that issue that occurred there. Just confirming, I think, whether there is an injury just before they proceed. Derek with the service. The libero picks it up nicely. They're able to defend it. They are not able. Okay, yeah, the ball goes out of play. There was a beautiful defense formation there by the TVC side. That ball was just too much for the court. And Derek Apat is still serving, easily picked up by Oselu. Mbappe goes for it, but unfortunately he touches the net in the process, and that point goes to the AP side. It was Okello there with the set, the center player for TVC. And you can see the coach, AP Kenya, having a conversation with his servers on where to and how to serve. Of course, again it is Okello with that beautiful, beautiful hit there. Plays it really fast, really well. The blocking defense for AP Kenya could not even blink. But that ball was already on the floor. Obadia with that beautiful jump service that could not be defended. The attack could not be defended. Again, there are these bits and pieces of errors across, between the two teams that we continue to see, and I hope it doesn't cost either side of the teams in the duration of this game. Awigades, you're saying TVC should run away with this set. They are allowing a P back. That is a beautiful, beautiful spike by one Mbappe there. Kudos Okello, that's what you're saying, Robert Mkomba. Yeah, that was a really beautiful soft play from Okello. Another serve again by Mbappe. Of course, it's a beautiful jump service. Kesa picks it, and it's a touch out over the hands of Okello there. 16 points for AP Kenya, 18 for TVC. They are making a few changes. The AP Kenya side. Let's have a look at what impact those changes are going to have in the general flow of this first set. They have brought Kipto there, the setter number 2 for the AP Kenya camp. That is Pia going to serve, and we can see their coach having a conversation with the server there, and even the TVC coach having a conversation with the receiving team. The captain Tero there also having a conversation with his colleagues on where on how to do it. We can see that the blocking defense for AP Kenya is leaning towards the left side, where Adams, I think, is going to be attacking from. They, I think, have seen what he's been able to do, and they are planning how to counter that. AP Kenya with the service. Adams picks it up nicely. Okello was going to make a kill, but unfortunately that ball bounced back that net, and that was such a beautiful play from Oselu, and he's having a conversation with Adams again for another pick. Mbappe, it is still in play, and the referees say that they have played that ball more than the number of times that it's supposed to, and it's 18 all. Like Wigades, what you said is true, that TVC are allowing AP back into the set, and they should really run with this. Regan Oselu trying the different attackers, and we just seen what he tried to do there with Obadia and that ball couldn't cross the net, and so TVC make a change. They bring in Cialo to replace Obadia Kipto. Cialo has just come back from international assignment. There is a net touch by the AP side, and they cannot believe that it is they who have that net touch. Okello there goes to serve. It's 19 ups. Robert Mkomba Obadia has already been subbed. Cialo has come in to replace him. That defense line there for TVC again was left with just one person trying to defend that. It's Regan Oselu who swings, but it's not enough to stop the onslaught from the AP Kenya side. And AP Kenya go 1 point ahead. Nicely picked up by Adams. Will he convert it? Yes, he does. Does convert that, and it's 20 ups. This is shaping up to be a pretty interesting and competitive match compared to what we watched just before this. Regan with the service. It is in play. Kipto sets that. There's nobody to do that. Adams beautifully blocking that. That is a one-man block from Adams there. Wigades, you're saying the subs are working for AP. Coach Omondi, come on. Yeah, well, we are seeing what is happening. Kipto again tries that. There's nobody to defend that one this time round. And that was a beautiful finish. Really sensational hit. No man block. There's absolutely no one to defend that one. And that must be Titus for AP Kenya. And the fans are really enjoying what's happening here. I can see that you are happy that Cialo is in play. Of course, that is Cialo there, but Kipto, the tosser, stops him in his tracks. It's only Kipto and the other middle block, I think, for AP Kenya, who go there to defend that. And Cialo could not go through. And so with that point that they have over TVC, AP Kenya really on their way to winning this. But like I said before, it's not over until it's over. And we have a timeout by TVC. You can see that conversation that Coach Oselu is having with Cialo about what happened and how he should have played it. Let's see. Donald Wafula is saying good set, Kipto. It's really beautiful set that he plays. And even in the previous league legs, Kipto there has really been playing very decisive balls and very creatively to sort of counter the attackers on the other side. Cialo puts in some power behind the ball now, and it's a block out. Regan, of course, trusting Cialo to deliver that. It's 22 all, and we have Adams back at service. Jumps there to the serve. That ball, there is a net touch by AP Kenya, and TVC are able to just go 1 point, just 1 point ahead of AP Kenya, and therefore the AP Kenya coach has decided to, do another timeout there. Kipkori Victor, you're saying AP is on fire. Definitely is. And we are seeing a beautiful exchange here Beautiful exchange of fire in this case, if I may, between AP Kenya and TVC. At the moment, TVC is leading by 23 points. Just right there on the bench, we can see the players from Prisons Kenya. Their match at the Ulinzi complex ended a couple of minutes ago, and they lost to the Kenya Defence Forces side 3-2. So KDF has won that match against Prisons Kenya by 3-2. So that match was played to the maximum sets, but KDF were able to secure that victory. There are no more timeouts for the AP Kenya side, so whatever happens from this point onwards is right upon those who are on the pitch. Of course, Wekesa has come in to replace Kipto. Let's see whether he's able to convert that. It is beautifully blocked, and their formation there could not allow them to even pick those balls from the backcourt. Beautiful set of blocking hands there by Sialo for TVC. Outside hitters should copy KPA's Omolo and Kamara on how they earn points for their teams. Adams with that serve out of play. Thank you for that, Robert Mkomba. So TVC is at set point and AP Kenya 23. Are they going to convert this, or is it game over for set one? Was to serve Mbappe, was for it. Sialo is alone, and of course he summarizes that really beautifully. Robert Mkomba, I agree with you on the issue of the outside hitters and opposite attackers as well. And of course it's 25 TVC, 23 AP Kenya, and that marks the end of the first set. Thank you so much for joining us. We will have a couple of replays for you on your screen so that you can have a look at those beautiful moments that we have frozen just for you, so that you are able to also relive those moments of this beautiful game that we all like, that is volleyball. And again, just to remind you that this live broadcast is coming to you live courtesy of Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports, the kitting company. That we also have a beautiful kits for you to buy, and these are the points as it stands. 13 attacks TVC, 10 for AP Kenya, 3 blocks for TVC and 2 for AP Kenya. There is no serve ace, and also the points earned from the opponent errors are 9 for TVC and 11 for AP Kenya. We've seen, of course, what we said at the beginning of this set, that those errors, either in service or in missing to even defend or pick those easy balls in the backcourt, I think that is what has caused the AP side of their first set. But this is just the beginning. It's one set for TVC and none for AP Kenya. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're joining us right now, my name is Manuel Yagon for Trailblazers Volleyball Club, and this match is Trailblazers Volleyball Club versus Administration Police Kenya. And as it stands, Trailblazers are leading with 1 set. And yes, this is the first set, so you're welcome to enjoy all the action from this indoor gymnasium at the NYAYO Stadium. The match is going to serve off right now. They are the second set, and that is Kipto with the service for AP. Mbappe there. Adams. They're not able again to defend that, and that is one of the things that, as we've mentioned before in the first set, those are errors that really avoidable for either side, but they still haven't been able to sort of master how to avoid them. Another serve. Mbappe still with the service. It is Obadia Kipto with that, and it is too strong for the defense line by AP Kenya there. Just have a look at that again. Manages to cross over to the AP side. Beautifully blocked again. And that is, I think, one of the things that we are seeing. Oh yeah, it was over received, and Derek Apart took no chances with it. 2 points for TVC and 1 for AP Kenya. Regan with that service. Kipto. James picks it up, but Adams was not in the best position to put that ball back in play. But it was nicely picked up by James Mutero, the libero and captain. AP Kenya with the service. Adams picks it. It goes over the other side of the net. Are they able to defend it? The ball goes out of play. You can see a lot of frustration in the attacker there from the AP side. But that ball goes way out of play. James Mutero is back. Adams with the service. And it's a net serve. It's a net serve there by Adams, and the coach Mondi is not amused at that easy giveaway that Adams has done. AP Kenya there. James Mutero. Kipka with the set. It's the opposite, and that ball could not cross the net again. That point goes to TVC. It's 4 points. AP Kenya 3. Derek Apart with that service. It was an easy pick. Adams gives it away easily as well. They also, there's an error there from is it Okello for TVC, and it's neck to neck as it stands. And if the first set is anything to go by, then we expect that there would be a lot of action again. Back to just what we've talked about through and through this match so far, is that there have been several errors in service, and that's just the reason to, and from the AP Kenya side. Mkomba, you're saying that TVC should minimize errors in blocks, attack, and will be good to go. Again, that's another error in service by Obadia there. Ball goes out of court. Let's see if that will. Mbappe picks it up, and of course Really beautiful hit there, earning that point for TVC, taking them back to their 1-point lead. Let's see if they're able to get even more points from that. It's TVC 6, AP Kenya 5. It's Mbappe with a jump serve there. Libero picks it up really nicely. Kiptoa with a set there. It is blocked. It is back, and they could not pick it up again. Okello there with a beautiful, beautiful single-man block right in the middle there, stopping that pipe that was on course to, causing more havoc on the AP Kenya side. Another net serve from the TVC side by Julian Mbappe there. If you're joining us now, this is Trailblazers Volleyball Club playing AP Kenya, and this is day 1 of the Paul BITOK International Volleyball Tournament, playing at the NYAYO Indoor Gymnasium. There are also other matches that are being played at the Kasarani Arena. The ladies are playing their matches there. Adams there with a lot of power behind that ball, sending that ball way out of court, of course, off the hands of that defending block for the AP Kenya side. The block line for TVC is Regan, Adams, and Derek Kapat. So Okello with the service. What's it going to be? Mbappe picks it up. Regan gives it to Adams, who again still more power there. What's it going to be? Oh, they're not able to bring it back. There's just a slight error there in the middle block, but yeah, they have now just 1 point. Just leading 1 point, TVC. Adams picks it up nicely. Obadia goes for it, but he's blocked. That is literally a wall there, stopping him from converting that point, and so it's 8 points each. Lakonyi, you're saying TVC should minimize service errors. Couldn't agree more. Adams with that pick. Apart tries to place it simply, and Apart stays put to stop that easy ball from making them from crossing to their side. It's 9 points TVC, 8 AP Kenya. Marcelo with the service. Adams picks it. Mbappe goes for it, of course with a lot of force and power behind that ball, sending it out of play, and so that's another point for TVC. There's no one, there's absolutely no one to pick that big rebounds there off of that attack that Derek Apart just did. And of course there has to be a conversation the coach has to have with these players. TVC, AP Kenya is having at 9, TVC is sitting at 10. AP with another jump serve there. Adams, Mbappe, of course, goes to the fans. Mbappe is playing a really beautiful game today. It's Adams with that service, and they could not convert it, AP. And so TVC are now 3 points clear. Paul Mutali, you're saying you're enjoying the attacks and defense from each side. It's really Mbappe goes for the kill. And yeah, they are able to convert that, AP Kenya. And we can see that it is a beautiful save by Kipto there, just picking it with just one hand. You're right, Mkomba. Jersey number 10 for AP Kenya is Amon. Obadia looking for that touch out, but he couldn't get it. Selu to Mbappe. And there's a net touch by the AP side. Wigadez, you are saying maintain the gap. Now TBC, the set is yours to lose. Couldn't agree more. So it's 2 points again. It's a 2-point lead for the Trailblazers side. 15 minutes. And it is out of play because the ball hits the antenna there. They go 3 points clear, TBC. Desmond Willis, thank you for joining us. You're saying AP is playing a really nice game. I couldn't agree more. Just need to avoid a few errors. Mbappe, ball is still in play. Crosses over to this other side. Mbappe with that block, but it wasn't enough to silence those guns. Kipto is playing really beautifully, the setter AP Kenya there. And they are making a few changes. AP Kenya, I think Wekesa is coming back on. And also Titus is also coming back to play. Well, it's the first time he's coming into this particular set. And he goes to serve. I think Wekesa is going to stay out a little longer for Kipto to still make those critically beautiful decisions. And the new change there for AP Kenya makes another another service error. It's Titus still maintained on court, and it's 3 points clear. Another jump serve by Obadia takes him out of play. I think they're going to make another change there. They are bringing Cialo back to the pitch. Cialo is replacing Obadia Kipto there. And the coach is having a conversation with him there as he leaves. Mbappe with a beautiful pipe there. I think their combination with Oselu there is working really well for the team. The ball is picked easily by Adams, and then of course Mbappe plays it really well, and he goes to serve. Of course it's a jump serve. Oh no, it's a net serve. He initially had the idea of just doing a jump serve like he's been used to doing, but right now he just decided to sort of jump float it, and it landed on the net. AP Kenya, of course, with another another service error. Wigadez, well, at some point we hope that he catches up. You're saying that Obadia is a shadow of himself. We are yet to see that. But if they are able to make minimal errors, then it's going to really be a game changer, these two sides. Hiram Kabarita, you're saying there's a lot of power, I think, from Obadia. He needs to combine that with skill, tact, and reading the game. Well put. Kipto there for AP Kenya with that service. Mbappe gets that touch out off of the hands of that blocking defense. And they go back to their 3-point lead, TVC. And like somebody said, I think this is really TVC's set to lose. If they just minimize those errors like you're saying. And yes, Regan Oselu with that ace. Veronica Kata, you're asking where Mwema is. Well, we are yet to see any change in that effect that will bring Mwema in from the AP side. And of course, that is a first time out in this set, I think, by the AP Kenya side. And they are trailing TVC 4 points. Keith Nderitu, you're saying you're happy Sialo is back. You are watching from Mwiki in Kasarani. Asante sana kwa kuungana nasi. Nico Matasa, you're saying Mbappe is really good today. I couldn't agree more. You can see that the indoor gymnasium is packed beyond capacity, and we have people that are watching here in person. And of course, there are those others that are watching the women play at the Kasarani Indoor Arena, and we'll do our best to also bring you action from there as well one of these days. Remember, this is the BITOK International, Paul BITOK International Tournament. Regan with that beautiful serve, Kipto with a really beautiful set, and Amon Kemboy there for AP Kenya could not convert that. And of course you can see Sialo there having a conversation with his colleague there. It is still Regan with a service, and TVC are 5 points clear. The libero picks it up. The ball goes out of play again, and it's 21 for TVC, 15 for AP Kenya. So sad to hear that, Leonard Koech. Thank you for letting us know what happened, and we hope that that family, wish them the very best this time when they are going through these hard times. Desmond Willis, you're saying TVC are making you proud. Thank you so much for joining us and for continuing to put in your comments. James Mutero goes to pick that ball, and Adams hits it, but it's not enough. Easily picked by Mbappe. Regan gives it to Adam. It is still in play. It is still in play again. Mbappe seeing any gap there. Derek Kapat picks it up. It's a beautiful rally here. And of course, it is still in play. And TVC earn it. You can see the stadium. Everyone is up celebrating that beautiful rally. And it has been a beautiful back and forth, beautiful rally. Sialo just sees that space. That player from AP Kenya decides to pick it up with his leg, and it goes way out of play, but it is still picked back. And the one who finished it just plays it by the net, and it wasn't able to cross. That is 22 now for TVC, 16 for AP Kenya. Adams with the serve. Beautiful ace. Beautiful ace there by Adams. It's good to see that the TVC side is slowly avoiding the errors that we are talking about. It's another service now. James Mutero picks it, and the infrastructure allows it to continue. It is blocked out, of course, of the power that is from Sialo, or if you like, Gore's hands there. And that takes TVC to set point, and AP Kenya still at 16. This indeed is sensational volleyball, like you're saying, Wigaders. Jeff Barasa, you're saying, there's just a way in which the team has been organized, and there are several matches throughout the weekend, so you will see most of the faces that you're mentioning there, including Epoloto, including Zidal, and also including who else? You mentioned Nimrod Kamadi. He'll also come on one of these days. As you're saying, Mutero is playing good volleyball. Masila Zokoth, correct score 3-0 in favor of TVC. Veronica Katai, you are asking, is Sialo from Kenya? Definitely is. So it's set point for TVC and 16 points for AP Kenya. Adams with the service again. Kito was not able to get as much as he wanted to get creative with that set. Robert Mkomba is saying final score prediction 3 for TVC, 0 for AP Kenya. You can see Wekesa there and Kipto having conversation in as far as the setting this particular set has gone. And you remember Titus there as well. He came on as a substitute but could not serve properly. You're saying Kipto looked tired. I doubt he is. But of course, you know, this is the second match that Trailblazers is playing today. They played another match against Nairobi Prisons in which they won 3-0. And so Victor Kipori, you're saying hopefully VC plays finals in this tournament. It's really possible. Those who are asking about Neeke, he is there warming up. And these ones are the points for that particular set. 25 of course for TVC, 16 for AP Kenya. 10 at points and from attacks, 10 for TVC and 4 for AP Kenya. From blocking we have 2 for AP Kenya and none for TVC. Service aces we have 2 for TVC, and points and from opponent errors 13 for TVC and 10 for AP Kenya. Thank you so much for continuing to watch this. We are going to take a short break for a brief commercial, but we'll definitely be back with more. This is the third set. Remember, TVC is leading by 2 sets. TVC is leading by 2 sets to 0. And this is the third set. It could be the final set, but this is the third set. If TVC wins this, then this match is as good as over. That's one of the other errors that has started again to rear its ugly head in this particular set. The error of net serves. Somebody said, Robert Mkomba, you're saying, is this the guy from TZ warming up? Yes, that is David Neke, and he will definitely be brought into play. There is an error there from Cialo, giving away that point to the AP side. Hiram Barakita, you're saying, Kabarita, you're saying thanks for bringing live again to volleyball from Germany. TVC are leading with 1 point. AP Kenya, so it's TVC 6, AP Kenya 5. And it's another net serve, courtesy of one Cialo. So it's 6 all. This particular set is the one that determines whether we continue to play or this set ends. TVC is a good team indeed, well organized, keep it up. That is Naomi Kimeli, thank you so much. Daudi there with that. Nicely picked up by David Neke himself. Cialo goes for the kill, and he does it. Cialo does it. SVC might cost TVC this set. Service, okay. Robert Mkomba and Nico Matasa, thank you so much for that. You're right that these errors need to be minimized if they're going to do a 3-0 win. That was an easy point to give away, TVC. That is picking that point up became an issue there for David Neke. Nico Matasa, I think Cialo was out of the country playing in an international match, and that is why he was not there during the previous league leg. But now he's back and he's playing this tournament, so I guess we all get to enjoy the beautiful game that he plays. Okello there preparing to serve. Does go across the net. Will it be defended? It does, but they couldn't pick it. Not quite. That defense there by Derek Apart and Regan was not enough, and there was no one else to pick that ball up. There was no one else to pick that ball after it dropped. So it's 8-all again. Ball is in court, and Mbappe sort of assumed that it would go out of play. Again, another error there that would have been avoided. This time around, that ball goes actually out of play, and it's 9-all. Mbappe picks it up. Is it Neke? It is Neke. Those who've been asking about David Neke, well, there he is, playing a very beautiful pipe there, and that takes TVC to 1 point clear, 10 points. Again, nicely picked up, and of course that ball touches that antenna there, and therefore it's out of play. TVC back to their 2-point lead. Are they going to maintain it? Well, let's wait and see. Oselu with the service. It's another net serve. Painful one at this particular point. We hope it does not cost the team at the very end of the match or of the set. There's an error there. It's 11-all. And yeah, thank you for that, Shix, for clarifying there that this is a tournament and it's not a league game. This is the Paul BITOK tournament. Little controversy there over whether that ball is in play or not. Let's have a look at the replay. The ball is in court. I think the coach thinks otherwise, but the match will continue. So 12 points for AP Kenya. David Neke goes for that. Instead of doing a kill, he decides to, and he does a very beautiful block. David Neke there. Monstrous block there, and that's good defense of the margin, the little margin that they have now. It's actually 12 points for each team And it's David NYAYO for that service. He decides to jump float. Apat tries to block it, but of course it's played off his hands and goes out of play. $13 points, AP Kenya, TVC 12. David NYAYO with that ball again goes out of play, taking AP Kenya to 14 points. There really wasn't a lot of defense there, but he decided to play off that defense, and thus sending that ball away. James Mutero picks that up really nicely. The libero picks it up, goes back out, and he touches the net there. Therefore, it's 13 points for TVC and 14 for AP Kenya. Who goes to serve? It's Derek Apat. The coach is having a conversation with his blocking defense line there. It's made of Okello, Mbappe, and Cialo. Apat with the service there. Crosses the net right. He's picked, but there is a net touch. Picked really well by Derek Apat there, but there was a net touch, and therefore that point goes to AP Kenya. There might be some changes that we are going to see from the TVC side. Of course, there are changes that have been made by AP Kenya. They are 2 points clear now in the lead, AP Kenya. Mbappe picks it up, Regan sets it, and it is, of course, Cialo there with that beautiful hit. And like we've seen from the start, he's made some of those beautiful points in this game. He goes there to serve. Vincent Mokua unasema hapa tumecheza kama sisi. You know who Sisi represents here, whether it's TVC or AP Kenya. Beautiful service. Nicely blocked. Mbappe, and it goes out of play. And thus that is 15-all. Just a lot of force, sheer force behind that ball from Kylian Mbappe. And Cialo goes to serve again. Is it a jump serve? It definitely is. It goes out of play. And it almost seems as though the AP Kenya players anticipated that. Matasa, you're saying Cialo must play for the Kenyan team. Well, when the call-up will come, then we'll definitely see who goes there in his position. Mbappe! Ball comes back, but there was nobody to defend it. Nice one, Vincent Mokua. You're saying team kubwa, a team with Mutua, Jemo, and Mbappe. Thank you so much. Again, they have gone back to their 2 points lead, AP Kenya. And because of that service error, it's now just 1 point between the two teams, with Blazers at 16 points, AP Kenya at 17. And it's I think at this particular point, and moving to the 20th score, I think that is going to determine who wins this. Nicely picked up. James Mutero. Mbappe kills it. Is there a touch? There is none. It's actually NYAYO, I think. That ball goes out of play. actually Mbappe. Yes, it's actually Mbappe. And the AP Kenya coach cannot hide his celebration. Mbappe with that poor reception there sends AP Kenya 3 points clear now. Naomi Kimeli, you're saying TVC should close the gap because we need a clean sheet. No doubt. So Mutua replaces Mbappe there. Teacher Eric Daly, you're saying TVC should finish this early. Mbappe, Mutua picks it, and Okello makes good use of it. Try to close that gap in. It's now just 2 points. It's Okello with the service. Whoever is able to minimize errors, ensure that they block, and ensure that they have the perfect reception, I think that is what is going to make a difference between these two sides. And in this case, Derek Apat there has stepped up for the TVC side. And of course, yes, James Mutero there with those good cover-ups, playing in the back court really well. It's nicely, well, there's an attempt at blocking it, but Amon's power sends that ball out of court. It's that swing that we can see, and that ball just bounces off the hands of Derek Apat, the middle blocker for TVC there. And it's still 2 points between these two teams, with AP on the lead. They go for service, and it goes out of play. So it's just 1 point. That is just 1 point. And AP Kenya leading at 20. TVC at 19. It's Regan Oselu with a serve. Serves it. Nicely picked up. Back to Amon. And there's absolutely no one. Well, that ball goes out of play actually. And it's 20 ups. It seemed to me that there was a touch out. And that ball was way out of play. And Regan is still at the serving court with the ball in his hands. It was out of play. It's too much. Just a very narrow margin there. Mutua picks it, Regan, and it is naked. There is a net touch by the AP side. And now it's 21 all. Whoever will make the least mistakes in this game is going to win. And especially at this crucial point where each side is at 21 scores. The decider here is the team that will be meticulous in the way they play their game. David Neke with the serve, floats it, easily picked up. Is there defense? There is none. It's absolutely none. Amon Kemboi for AP Kenya there. Was just left alone to do as he willed. Another service, Mutua picks it up really nicely, and it is Sialo who takes this back to 22 all. It is at this point, ladies and gents, that I remind you that these matches are coming to you live courtesy of the Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports. And also to let you know that the Trailblazers kits are on discount, and so just reach out to any of the TVC officials you see here at the NYAYO Stadium and ask about any of this. That is a major hit by the AP Kenya side. And who is that? Yeah, it is Derek Apat, who's just come off serving. Because there was no defense, then he was a sitting duck there, really. Just open to that attack. And you've seen what happened. There's a change there. Okello goes out, replaced by Kiberenge. There's also a change in the AP side. It's 23 for AP, 22 for TVC. Will another set be played? We're yet to see that. But as it stands, it's AP 23, TVC 22. And at this point, TVC are leading with 2 sets. AP have none. Mutua picks that ball up nicely. Kiberenge plays it out of court. And you can sense some form of frustration between the coach and the players. You can see Sialo asking why that ball did not go to his end. But yeah, the coach is going to have a conversation with him. The timeout is by TVC to sort of calm the boys down. And AP Kenya are at set point. It is not over until it's over, so let's have a look at how this is going to play out. Coach Oselu and Coach Omondi sharing a light moment there at the touchlines. And Regan is having a conversation with his receivers. And as far as the reception here is concerned, because if it is not received well, then it will not be attacked well. And of course Sialo converts that and is going to be the one who will decide this match, because he's going to serve. It is Sialo there. Sialo with the service. There's a timeout by the AP Kenya side. They are at set point. TVC is at 23. Moses Sialo Gore is going to serve. So really we are at the very edge of this match. That particular service is going to decide whether we are going on with this match or the match is over. Well, it also depends on whether or not the TVC side will defend. And we can only wait for that game to resume. Back on court, TVC. Moses Sialo there. They have made a change. They have brought in Regan Oselu has just stepped out. They have made a change there for blocks. And yes, it is 24-all. It is 24-all. That was really beautiful. Beautiful blocking there. It's actually a one-man block by Mutua there that saves the day. And it seems we are going to 26. Moses Sialo with the service. Ball goes out of play and Regan comes back. Of course, AP Kenya are at set point. Whoever will serve again. Tito is going back in. I think for that blocking defense formation. And Wekesa also is coming in. So let's have a look at what happens here. Like I said, this is a very decisive moment. And if either side had avoided the mistakes that they made while the match was still young, then we probably wouldn't be here. Service by Wekesa. There is also another change, and Eugene is coming back. Eugene Okello is coming back on court. Kiberenge is stepping out. They really have to fight to win this TVC, because AP Kenya are not taking any chances anymore, and we can see that change is complete on the side of TVC. Wekesa goes to serve. Wekesa with that simple service, Mutua picks it up. It is Sialo to make or break this, and there is an issue with the way he jumps, and it is over. Really, it is a fight to the wire. It's been a sensational set, this one, and really even from the replay there we can see that there was a misstep by Moses Sialo, and this means that this particular match is going to continue to the fourth set. AP Kenya have one set, TVC have two sets. The first two sets were as follows: TVC 25, AP 23, 25-16, and then now 24-26. Again, thank you so much for joining us, guys. You're joining us now. This is day one. This is the last day, the last match of day one of the Paul BITOK volleyball tournament, and we are bringing you the action live courtesy of Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Marfo Sports. My name is Manuel Egon for TVC, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for making this interactive. Thank you for watching from wherever you're watching from. I've seen people who are watching from Germany, others from Qatar, and so thank you so much, guys, for also keeping us engaged in the chat box. You can see the points now on your screen. Of course, 24 for TVC and 26 for AP Kenya. The points from attack are 11 for TVC and 6 for AP. And of course, we have 4 in terms of points earned from blocks for TVC and just 1 for AP. 3 aces for AP and 1 for TVC, and then the points from opponent errors are 16 for AP Kenya and 8 for TVC. And so those errors are really what have cost TVC a clean sheet. Somebody's already predicting that it will go to 3-2. Let's wait and see. Somebody's saying he knew that the comeback was real, movie buzz. Let's wait and see. Donald Wafula, of course, AP have really fought hard. Teacher Eric unasema TVC should stop losing service, especially when the scores are close-knit. You are right. And yeah, we've seen those errors are the ones that have cost this particular set from the TVC side. So what we are going to do is take a short commercial break, and then we will be back to bring you the fourth set of this match. So don't go far. Welcome back. We are back. This is the fourth set between Trailblazers and AP Kenya. Remember, Trailblazers are leading with 2 sets. AP Kenya have 1 set. And this is the first day of the BITOK International Volleyball Tournament. And we are bringing you this live as Trailblazers Volleyball Club in collaboration with the Mafro Sports. And we've seen this. We've seen a very beautiful comeback in the just concluded set that AP Kenya came from down and were able to win that particular set. And so let's see how this is going to be. Again, these errors are the ones that cost TVC that particular set. We've already seen the first one of them in terms of the net serves. Like Wigade is saying, no room for errors in the 4th set. Again, thank you guys for joining, and let's see what your predictions are in as far as the set this set is concerned. Whom do you think will win this? Will it end this match, or are we going to go for another one? The service again is by the TVC side, and he doesn't allow that ball to go through. Of course, there's a lot of power behind the ball, but it just stays on this other side of the net, on their side of the net, AP Kenya. Another service by Adams for TVC. Nicely picked up. Kipto goes for it, and David Neke alone there. Is there a controversy? We are yet to see it. After the end of that. Okay, so AP Kenya at that point. Happy with the service. James Mutero picks it. Regan Oselu. And it is Sialo with a beautiful hit. This is absolutely sensational. Sialo there, as if there was no block at all, sending that ball spiraling out of play to the fans on that side of the AP Kenya side. And another service there. It is nicely picked, defending. Probably, yes, it is. Well, Neke put a hand on it, but Adams was too far away to reach it. And that puts AP Kenya at 3 points, TVC 5. AP with a serve. Nicely received by Adams. And of course, Okello makes a kill from that right there at the center. I think they anticipated, the AP Kenya blockers anticipated that ball would go to David Neke. Sialo there with the service. It's definitely a jump float. And of course, there's a net touch there. TVC have increased that gap to 4 points now. It's 7 points for TVC and 3 for AP Kenya. Another service from Sialo Moses. It's another float. Goes out of play. And AP Kenya are able to reduce that to just 3 points. They have, like in the previous set, reduced those gaps and even went on to win. So we wait to see if this that will happen as well. But as it stands, TVC are running away. Another service error by the AP side. 4 points between the two teams. Daudi with that jump float. The libero picks it up and finishes it. Goes overboard. Libero Mutero picks it, and of course, is that Mbappe who makes a difference to that, or is it Adams? It's actually Adams who, in this particular game, has had really played significantly well. Daudi again with that service. Nicely blocked. Beautifully blocked by Okello there. And they are now 6 points clear. TVC. They are now 6 points clear, and AP Kenya are the ones who have asked for that timeout there. This time around, I think the middle blocking defense for the TVC side is working, just like it did for the first 2 sets. I hope they can be able to maintain that to the very end of this set, and essentially then of this whole game. While you're here, remember to hit the subscribe button, because we'll continue to bring you these action of this amazing sport that we love throughout the weekend. And so remember to hit the subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so that you are notified each time there is a new upload. Remember to also follow us on Twitter at Trailblazers VC, on Facebook at Trailblazers Volleyball Club, just as it is on Instagram and on TikTok, where we put out all the action from these matches, and also action from the matches that we play and our training, and also just beautiful stories of how we've come and where we are so far. Mutero picks it, Leke goes for it, it is still picked, or it goes out of play, and it's now just 5 points between the two teams. I hope that TVC are able to maintain that gap to the very end, at least for their good. The ball goes out of play. Back to that 6 point lead, TVC. You can see the AP Kenya coach having a conversation with his boys. It is nicely picked. Okesa again. And Amon there, walking away proudly, having beat Regan Oselo in that block. Just went in between his arms. Wigadez, you're saying there is no room for complacency, that TVC should win this with a big margin. AP Kenya continue to narrow that gap. It's now 7 to 11. Nicely blocked, really blocked Adams. Adams picks it up. Is it Cialo now? It is Cialo, and he definitely gets that point there. Just that change, I think, for Selu has been able to help them avoid the blocks on Adams' side, and still be able to get those points going. Nicely blocked there by Cialo, and that ball goes out of play, and TVC go another 6 points clear. Sale with the service, the libero picks it up. Wekesa there. Adams tried it but could not stop that ball. But that is a safe margin, so to say. But It also depends on how they play it here on, from here moving forward. TVC. It's Amon Kipkemboi with the serve. Just 5 points separating these two teams. James Mutero picks it. Adams tries to turn, and Sialo is not amused. But that ball goes out of play. Another service from Amon Kipkemboi. Being encouraged to do that jump serve, and it goes out of play. But the coach says it's fine, play it on. It's another 5 points between the two teams. James Mutero, the captain, having a conversation with his teammates and asking them to keep up the fight as they continue to edge towards victory. Derek Apart taking advantage of every loose ball. And of course, they go back to their 6-point lead. It's another net sub by Adams. It's 10 points for AP Kenya, 15 for TVC. James Mutero picks it up. Regan goes for it. And of course, Sialo uses his height to support those gaps behind that blocking defense of AP Kenya. Quite easily, really, getting that 16th point. Back to that 6-point margin. And picked up again. Will it come back? It doesn't. It's now at 5 points, that margin. A really beautiful effort from Derek Apart. He's having a conversation with the coach there. They share some light moment. But it's really a beautiful display there. To be able to pick that ball twice. Adams picks it nicely, goes out to Neke, and it is in court, of course. Back to the 6-point lead, TVC. That long diagonal is the one that has been able to help with that, and David Neke is replaced by Musa. He goes to serve. Musa there with the service. Remember, TVC is leading with 17 points. LP are at 11. Musa with that service, it goes out of play. Nicely served, but with the direction, it goes out of play. Regardless, you are making the observation that Sialo plays differently, that he's ahead of the others. The ball is still in play. Libero picks it up, and there's nobody to actually pick that ball up. It's a very simple point taken away from the TVC side, and that margin is now at only 4 points. AP Kenya serving. Adams picks it up. It is still in play. Adams with it. Ball is still in play. And again, they weren't able to pick it. And so TVC are going out on a timeout because of these errors that making them. Yeah, it's just 3 points between the two. There's no timeout. Adams picks it up nicely. Net touch by the AP side, Amon Kipkemboi. And now it's 4 points again between the two teams. It's David Neke with the service. Does a jump float. Successful in that. That ball goes out of play. Back to 5 points. It's David Neke again, still serving. And AP Kenya are out on a timeout. It's just about 9 minutes, actually 8 minutes to 5 p.m. Trailblazers are leading with 2-1, and in this fourth set they are leading by 5 points with 19 points to AP Kenya's 14. In the next few minutes we'll know whether this match will go to 5 sets or whether it will end here with the TBC winning 3-1. They are back on court. It's David Neke with the service for the TBC side. They make another change. The AP Kenya side. It's Wekesa who is at the helm there. Neke with the service. Nicely received. Wekesa with that. Is it blocked? Well, there is a touch out of the hands of Adams. It's back to 4 points. AP Kenya with the service. Nicely picked up by Neke. It is Sialo. And he is stopped right in his tracks, Moses Sialo. That gap reduces to 3. They're going to make another try, TBC, at maintaining that gap. And they couldn't receive it. Again, another very costly error. And that gap is only 2 points now. That gap between David Neke and was it Moses Sialo and James Mutero has been the one that's been costly. Adams goes for the kill, and that power is really important at this particular point because the blocking defense for AP Kenya has really improved, and that's how they've been able to reduce that gap from 5 to only 3. And now it is Eugene Okello with the service. Nicely received. What happens? It is still in play. And there is an issue with the setting there by Wekesa. Takes TBC back to the 4-point lead at 21. AP Kenya 17. Wekesa again. It is picked up nicely. It is Sialo who places that really simply. Going back to their 5-point lead, TBC. And they are really at the edge of winning this by 3-1, Trailblazers Volleyball Club. Amon Kipkemboi picks it. Adams blocks it. Still in play. And there's an error right there in trying to send that ball to Moses Sialo. That ball spins off his hands, Regan Oselu, and he's having a conversation with Adams. who was the closest there. Vincent Mukua, unasema mambo yamechemka humu, na kweli yamechemka kwa sababu sasa Trailblazers wako pale pale kabisa, mahali ambapo wamesalia na point moja tu ili waweze kushinda, ama tuseme point 2 ili waweze kushinda mechi hii dhidi ya AP Kenya. Jamaa yule anaitwa Wekesa ndiye seta wa AP Kenya, anapigiwa makofi na kila mtu hapa kwenye uga huu wa Nyayo, na wamefurahishwa hawa mashabiki na jinsi ambavyo ameweza kuset ile mpira, na Sialo hana huruma hata yoyote, anahakisha ya kwamba ule mpira haurudi, na hivyo TVC are at set point and AP Kenya are at 19. But I think that particular setting that Wekesa has done will be remembered of this match because of the way it was dramatic, and that is, yes, a dramatic finish by David Neke, who makes the best out of that loose ball that was poorly received by Amon Kipkemboy of the AP Kenya side. And ladies and gentlemen, that makes it 3-1. Very sensational match that has been played here, highly competitive. We've seen a beautiful comeback by the AP Kenya side, but it wasn't enough to win this. And the first set, Trailblazers won 25-23, then 25-16. They lost 26-24, but now they have won the final set here, 25-19. And remember, this is the second match that they have played in this particular tournament. The first match they won against Nairobi Prisons with 3-0, and this one is also another 3-1, meaning that they have full points of this particular in this particular tournament so far, and therefore means that also they have qualified for the quarterfinals in their pool. And here are the points as well: 25 points for TVC, 19 for AP Kenya. Points earned from attacks, 12 for TVC and 9 for AP Kenya. Points from blocks, 2 from AP Kenya and 1 from TVC. Points earned from service errors, I think it's 1 for AP Kenya and none for TVC. And points earned from opponent errors, 12 of course for TVC and 7 for AP Kenya. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and thank you for keeping this as interactive as it has been. Thank you for watching from all the way across Germany to Qatar, to the different parts in this republic, and also the Republic of Tanzania, ama ukipenda Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Asanteni sana kwa kuungana nasi, na tutazidi kuwaletea all this action kutoka hapa Nyayo Stadium ama pia kule Kasarani. So keep it here at TVC Trailblazers Volleyball Club YouTube channel, and we'll continue to bring you all this action. Remember to subscribe to our channel and also follow us on all the other social media platforms as Trailblazers Volleyball Club. My name is Emmanuel Yegon, and it has been a pleasure bringing this to you. Until tomorrow, take care of yourselves and enjoy your Easter holidays. Asanteni sana, and see you tomorrow. Uno.